If I were rich, I'd put big spiral staircases in my big fancy house. There'd be at least 6, huge staircases swirling toward the ceiling, except they'd lead exactly nowhere. When you'd get to the top, the stairs would just end. But you wouldn't know that they lead nowhere until you got to nowhere, because spiral staircases are really good at hiding what's above you, because you can only see the below of what's above, so what's above the above is a mystery until you get there. At the bottom, you'd be nervous because you wouldn't know which of the 6 staircases to take to get where you were going. But eventually you'd pick one by gut instinct alone, and you'd spend all day climbing a staircase that might not even be the right one. And you'd worry about it all day, too, afraid you were climbing the wrong one, and then, when you got to the top, you would be so relieved because you'd see that all the staircases lead to the same place. Nowhere. You'd be standing on the top stair, whichever one you happened to pick. Good job trusting your gut, by the way. You got exactly where you were going. And you'd look around to see the tops of 5 other staircases that look a lot like yours. And all the staircases would be tall, really tall. So when you got to the top, you'd be suspended there up in the sky. And you'd feel like you were flying, but you wouldn't be because you'd be standing on a stair just like you were a few stairs below. And you'd feel untouchable, but you wouldn't be because there'd be quite a plunge beside you, but you wouldn't fall because you'd be standing on a stair just like you were a few stairs below, and you didn't fall then, did you? You'd be just close enough to death to feel alive, and you'd feel like you were invincible, though you wouldn't be, of course. There'd be nothing in the house but the staircases, and they'd be very, very tall, so I guess what I'm constructing in both our heads right now is a tower, not a house. If I were rich, I'd put big spiral staircases in my big fancy tower, and you'd come visit me, wouldn't you? Because you just can't seem to stay away from me, can you? Not even when I make you spend all day climbing spiral staircases that lead nowhere. Thank you.